Oh, boy. 35192 to send me a text. If you go to alancoxshow.com, hit the events page there. Give you all the details on when and where I'm going to be out for the Cox Out pregames with Bud Light. We got 2 in a row. When the Browns are on the road, that's when I head out. So this Sunday, 3:30 to 5:30, we'll be set up at the Lakewood Truck Park. And we're playing that Bud Light football thing that could get you to Vegas. And then possibly get you to the big game in New Orleans, which, as I understand it, is the biggest football competition of the year. And that will probably be the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Mariners. Seahawks.
Nope, the Mariners. You're right.
The Seahawks.
That's actually the most likely outcome is the Browns.
I know, Browns and Mariners. Yeah. The Kraken. It'll be the Browns and the Kraken. So the Bud Light football face-off tournament. Are you good at getting those footballs through the hole? Because that's what you'll have to do. Some people are really good at it. Some people have an almost supernatural ability to do it. And then other people, they're just bouncing balls all over the place. And because I'm a goer, I'm helping out. I'm shagging balls while people are doing this. I'm trying to talk to people. I got a pop in my hand. And I'm shagging balls. So anyway, Sunday, Lakewood Truck Park from 3:30 to 5:30. The following Sunday, it'll be noon to 2 in Strongsville at the local bar. If you're hip to the local bar, that's where I'm going to be on Sunday the 6th. But the full schedule for you and details on how you can win your way to Vegas, where you'll be representing Northeast Ohio. Go to alancoxshow.com. Jon Stewart is coming to Cleveland. Oh. I'm trying to get him on the show. They announced a brief run of shows for an evening with Jon Stewart. He's going to do the State Theater on Friday, November the 22nd. The tickets went on sale today at noon. And he's not doing too many cities.
No,
Cleveland is one of them.
With Creed.
Is that the same night? Mm-hmm. November 22? Were they the Romo Fijo?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they can all hang out afterwards.
Split their audience there.
Yep. An evening with Jon Stewart. And now, again, I don't know if this is a tour where he does stand-up. I don't know. It says stand-up comedy performances. I thought maybe it might be a podcast recording too, but it's probably stand-up. So the KeyBank State Theater, Friday, November 22nd. Those tickets are on sale as we speak, if you like Jon Stewart. And I do. Finally, irrespective of what you think of international relations, some people are like, I don't want to think about politics. Fully understand that. But it's important to point out that America has reclaimed its strategic cheesecake superiority. Oh. When it comes to food in this country, nobody is going to best us. Not on our watch. And America, for a long time, had the standing Guinness World Record for the largest cheesecake.
The important things.
The important things. I mean, really, in the Guinness World Record book, what is an important thing? What is something that is not only novel, but also important? Exactly. You'd be hard-pressed to figure one out.
Squirting milk from your eyeball.
I thought you were just...
You had me at squirting. Squirting milk from your eyeballs. All right.
It's a real thing.
It sure is, but is it important?
Yes.
Okay.
Society, you know.
Society wants milk squirted from any orifice that you can manage, including the eyeballs. Well, for the past 7 years, America has not had the world's largest cheesecake record. That's belonged to Russia. And we have finally reclaimed it. The annual Cream Cheese Festival in Lowville, New York. You ever been to Lowville, New York? It's got to be upstate. It's in Lewis County there, the Black River Valley. And, you know, when you're a town like you got a Subway and you got a Sunoco off the highway, you're like, we got to do something. I mean, this is about an hour northeast of Syracuse, so it's up there. But that's where they have the annual Cream Cheese Festival. And there's a Kraft Heinz plant there. So that helps. They make that Philadelphia cream cheese. And so they reclaimed the world's largest cheesecake from the Russians. The Ruskies.
Job, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
They said if we're going to beat the record, we might as well go big. And so they did. It weighed in at 15,008 pounds. The world's largest cheesecake.
15,000 pounds?
15.
How could they weigh it?
The Russian record was a 9,300-pound cheesecake. So they said, we're not even going to leave room for error. There's not going to be a razor-thin margin for the record. 15,008 pounds. Cream Cheese Festival chairman, Jeremiah Papineau.
How many calories is it? That's what I want to know.
6.
Just 6
Strangeland.
calories?
Yeah. It's low-cal cream cheese.
Doesn't exist.
Low-calorie cream. How do you know? You're not eating cream cheese.
I know. That's how I know.
That's how you know that it doesn't
Yes.
exist?
Alan?
But you're not eating it for caloric reasons.
I would love to eat it.
Cream cheese.
Yeah.
What, on a bagel?
On anything.
In a cheesecake?
We call them cheap creams.
Out of the tub?
Yeah.
Just straight to the face.
So that's not worth the diarrhea for you.
No, cream cheese is like one of the absolute makes me feel the worst.
Oh, yeah. All right. So no cheesecake for you at all.
I have to take like 3 of my lactate pills if I want to have a couple bites.
Yup. So you know how many lactate pills based on what you're going to put in your body. Like you know what that conversion chart is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't
Now, what
tried-
would be an example of, I'm going to do this because it'll only take 1 lactate pill, like a piece of pizza.
A little bit of ranch.
Ranch, okay.
A little bit of ranch, like a couple dips of ranch.
A little bit of ranch in my life.
But
Or
Little
like
bit of
if I'm going to
diarrhea
have
in my toilet.
a couple, like a string cheese or something like that.
mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure there's vegan cream cheese.
It's terrible.
It
They
is
have
terrible.
It in
That's true.
every bagel shop here. It's made from tofu. And
Yeah.
then the ones that are made from cashews are even worse.
Yeah, it's not good. Nut cheese is not something
Terrible.
that it doesn't sound good. It doesn't taste good. Like nut milk. It's juice. It's not milk. Nobody would buy nut juice. You have to rebrand it. I understand, but okay. So then 2.
But I don't mind a nut milk, but a nut cheese is terrible.
Yeah. So the 2 tablets then would be for what?
2 tablets like sour cream. A lot of dips.
Dips. Okay.
If I was going to have,
So a dip is a 2 lactate situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cream cheese or like a cream-based pasta
Yeah.
would be like
An
a 3.
Alfredo.
Yeah.
Now, that's good because those stink. So you probably, don't have to worry about that. Is there a scenario in which it would require a 4 lactate situation?
I don't know. Mac and cheese, I'll do like 3. I might not even need that many. I think you're only supposed to take like 1 or 2. But
And how far in advance? Like if you know you're going to do it?
you take it with your first bite.
Oh, with the food, not like
That's
30
what
minutes
No,
prior?
that's what it says. It says take this with your first bite of lactose.
Wow. Oh, it tells you
Yeah.
right on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not going to get any of this world's largest cheesecake anyway.
What do they do with it?
Swim in it.
No.
They donate it to the Cream Cheese Museum.
That place probably reeks.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's 20 degrees in there.
A lot of people are telling me that whole mirror in space thing was from the James Bond movies. So not only was it a cocaine thought, but it was a guy probably watching Die Another Day and was like, that's a good idea. Why isn't anybody doing that? Well, now somebody's trying to do it. We got some Kids Corner.
It ain't easy being a kid. Now look at what you gone done did. Whoa, it's time for Kids Corner. Kids Corner!
We have bureau chiefs in the greater Chesapeake, Virginia area who sent me a link about a photographer who was there. He was hired for picture day. This is at an elementary school. He was hired for picture day, and he was quickly fired after the kids started taking umbrage with some of his comments. There was an email that had been sent to the parents explaining the situation. The photographer had been escorted off campus for making inappropriate comments to the students.
What now? Was it inappropriate, like calling the kids like sucking that gut, or was he being like, "Yeah, give me those sexy eyes"?
No, it was nothing photography related. One of the parents told the principal or something that her son, I guess she'd been like, "Hey, how was picture day?" Her son said that the photographer asked, "Can I eat your soul?
Huh.
Can I steal your identity?" Now, this is probably a dude trying to be cheeky, right?
No.
Taking a photo of someone, Native Americans allegedly believed they would take your soul. That's the story that people pass around. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but this is probably a guy just trying to have a little bit of fun. But elementary school age kids are not really the ones who are going to. The woman's son was asked what the photographer could eat, if not his soul. And the boy said, "I don't know, noodles?" And the photographer replied, "Demons don't eat noodles."
This is long legs.
They said, what is it with people who think of themselves as demons? Everybody wants to, I'm a demon. What? Go home, Travis. A demon. Stop it. Everybody's got to be something now. So the son obviously was uncomfortable and cried. And then went and told a grown-up, and they sent the guy home. But I'll tell you what, I don't know how you vet these photographers. You go to a company, because companies are barely vetting people, right? Because so many companies now, and they're probably relatively small if you're doing like elementary school photography or something like that. But there's so many companies and organizations where they go, you're not an employee, you're just a contractor. So if something goes wrong, we're not on the hook. We don't have whatever. You're on your own. And so then they go, well, then we don't have to vet people. You got a criminal record? No. Okay. They should keep a running tally of the questions that come up in situations like this, and then ask them to subsequent applicants. Have you ever asked a child if you could eat their soul?
I
No?
have not.
Good. Do you consider yourself a demon?
No.
Okay, good. You're hired. And then that
I don't have a
person,
camera.
break out your phone. There's probably one in there.
Portrait mode.
Yep. So this little kid, listen, kids are anxious enough on picture day. I know I certainly was. Oh, God, I hated picture day. I'm a grown-ass man, and I still don't like having my picture taken.
Did you ever
I don't know
forget
my
it was
angles.
Picture day?
I'm sorry?
You ever have like you forgot it was picture day, and then you end up at school and you're not, your hair's a mess, you're wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt.
Nope.
You're not looking up for pictures.
Nope.
No.
No,
I
because
sure as hell forgot.
we had uniforms. We went to Catholic school. So the clothes weren't the issue. There was one year where I had a giant zit or something, or I don't know. I don't remember if it was after I had chicken pox. I don't remember what it was. I had this giant thing in the middle of my chin. This is like 4th or 5th grade for picture day.
You're giving the gay, the guy that calls you a homosexual a lot of ammo right now.
Why is that?
Just this big old thing on the middle of my chin.
Well, I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrible. And that was picture day. And there was nothing I could do about it. Couldn't be covered up. I just had to smile and take it.
You homosexual!
And terrible. So I never liked picture day. My hair was always just awful. My hair looked like a lawnmower had cut it. because my dad cut our hair.
My mom cut our hair for most of my life.
Yeah, I mean, love my dad. God rest his soul.
Not a barber.
Not a barber. I'm sitting in the basement, and I'm like, God, come on. And now, again, it's not like I would have been killing it if I had a cool haircut and no thing on my chin.
My mom got pretty good after a while, though.
Yeah, I'm sure my dad did too, but probably with my sister. Actually, my dad probably did not cut my sister's hair. My mom probably nipped that one in the bud. But me and my brothers, we got haircuts in the basement. So I never enjoyed picture day.
We went to like Great Clips, like $6.99 haircuts.
Still a step up from the basement.
Yeah, step up from.
I would have
doing it with
preferred
clippers,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of the worst, as a grown-ass man, I had just come to Cleveland. One of the worst haircuts I ever got in my entire life was at one of those places. Took forever to grow out. This woman butchered me. And I still would have rather had that than being in the 4th grade in the basement getting my hair cut. So no, I never liked picture day. And there were kids, you might have been that kid who loved it, knew their angles. They were just photogenic beyond all comprehension. I was not that kid. I'm not that person. I think I have an okay face. I am not photogenic. And so picture day, I mean, you know, everybody goes through their old yearbooks and like, look how goofy I looked. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, stop, Alan. Your fat face is good.
It wasn't even a fat face.
Your huge head is good.
I have a tiny head.
Oh.
I have a big face on a tiny head, Mary. God. So this kid, but I never had a photographer go, hey, can I eat your soul? I'm a demon. Oh, please. Alan, I ate too many bacon bits yesterday. And now your boy's bowels are blocked beyond belief.
From bacon bits?
Bacon bits? Those just break down, right? Bacon bits.
That's not even real food.
Well, now they have them. They used to have them like in those like freeze-dried shaker of crunchy things. Now you get them in like a Ziploc bag, and it's like bacon. It's like in a...
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you can get bacon bits like in the deli, by the hot dogs in the deli.
Good,
They're like legit bacon. But I don't know what this person ate. They also announced the finalists for the next class in the Toy Hall of Fame. I always like to see what they came up with when they say this is something we're going to put into the Toy Hall of Fame. And I only look for the ridiculous ones because like one year it was sand was one of them, right? So there's always something really old school, and they're kind of cross-generational. I felt a little twinge when I saw this year's
Jax.
Choose Your Own Adventure books. Does anybody remember those?
Yeah, I remember those.
I had
not a toy.
every single one of those books. The Cave of Time. I mean, like the OG series. They redid them a bunch of times, and that you can go on eBay and find, you know, some late 90s, early aughts editions. I'm talking about like the late 70s, early 80s. Choose Your Own Adventure. The nominees. They're going to announce the winners. I think they nominate maybe 7 or 8, and then they pick 3 or 4 of them. 12 are being considered. There are 12 nominees. The Trampoline.
Oh, yeah.
The creator of probably many a broken limb. The party game Apples to Apples.
That's a new one.
Yeah, they do some new ones. What is that? When you...
It's a fun like card game that you have to like mix and match.
Oh, okay. That's not with the actual apple in your chin or whatever.
No, they like it'll read something at like a prompt, and everyone has to put in their funniest card in response to the prompt. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but PG.
Okay. The Choose Your Own Adventure books, Hess Toy Trucks, which have those are around the holidays since the 60s. Remote Controlled Vehicles. The Stick Horse.
What?
Balloons. How is The Balloon not in the Toy Hall of Fame? A card game called Phase 10. The Pokemon trading card game. My Little Pony figures, which is nominated every year and is still not in there, and Transformers action figures. Both My Little Pony and Transformers have been nominated year after year after year, and they don't get in. So they have a dozen nominees. I think 4 or 5 of them will go into the National Toy Hall of Fame. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you're a betting person, I always will bet on the Toy Hall of Fame. And if Balloon doesn't get in, I don't know what I'm going to do. If Trampoline and Balloon don't get in.
Trampoline and, yeah, both of those.
Trampoline and Balloon should be in.
I can't believe Balloon hasn't made it.
No. I mean, I think Sand made it, didn't they?
Yeah, I
I
think
think
we
that
talked
was the
about that a
first
few years
time we
ago.
talked
Yeah.
about
And Log made it.
They're so far behind.
They really are. How are you? It's like the Rocket. It's like any other
Is
Hall of Fame.
imagination in there yet?
Yeah. Imaginary friends
Yeah.
go in. It's just a lucite cube with nothing in it. That's my imaginary friend right there. But boy, I love those Choose Your Own Adventure books. I loved them. Because it would say, if you want to do this, turn to this page. If you want to do this, turn to this page. Now, if you kept getting the screwy one where like you run off the cliff and die, you go back and go, all right, which page do I have to turn to be like the hero and live? And so sometimes you would cheat them a little bit that way. But going through them the first time was a lot of fun.
The adventure I would always choose would be to not keep reading.
Well, yeah, right. You hated books and
I'm gonna go do
paper,
some-
and I understand.
I didn't hate books. I just wasn't good at reading books.
Oh, well. It's hard to enjoy something when you're having a tough time with it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can nominate a toy. They got 2,400 nominations over the past year for 382 different toys. I mean, this is all fun to talk about when they roll them out, but can you imagine sending them a message to nominate a toy?
Pogs.
Yeah. You can vote. The voting is happening through today until midnight tonight. ToyHallOfFame.org.
Down to the wire.
Down to the wire. I got a break here. You want to send a text? 35192. You can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Disney Plus Blockbuster offer. For a limited time, get 3 months of Disney Plus for just $1.99 a month.